Okay, so I just hit record. So my plan is to just go through this new Instagram page that I've made. So if you're on here live, welcome. Hi, I'm Becca, and I have shared the like a different recording with some of you guys before who I know are going to be either on live or getting this recording later, of like a PowerPoint presentation that I have about coaching and kind of my story. So I have that, but I wanted to go ahead and just like kind of go through this Instagram page with you guys, so that if you're following, you can kind of have a little more background of who I am, what coaching is, kind of what we do as coaches, kind of the energy and feel that I want to bring to coaching, and that I hope the women who join our team of coaches are going to bring with them. So coaching has been such a blessing for our family, just like health-wise and energy-wise, but also financially. And so I really feel passionately about sharing it, about sharing the opportunity, because I love it. It's so fun. We have moved a lot over the past few years, and it has really given us and me a way to feel like I'm not only contributing to our family, but to like my community and to my friends, and really like having a way to concretely lift people up, because I've always enjoyed like working out with my friends and helping my friends like find new recipes and feel good about taking care of themselves. And so coaching has really given me the avenue to do that in a concrete way and also earn an income, because a lot of people that I talk to, we all love supporting our friends. We all have this interest in health and wellness and taking care of ourselves. And sometimes it's hard to know how to like transition that into being something that can bring an income. And I think that we need to also understand that you can earn an income at something that you love and that you're good at it, and that doesn't take away from it. I think sometimes people feel weird about being a coach, about feeling like they're selling something, when in reality you're already coaching people. So many of you guys are already coaching people in your real lives. So everyone wins more when you have a concrete way to support people, to help people get results, and then also help support your family, right? Like everybody wins. So I am going to just kind of go through these posts, and let's see if it'll let me click into here. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So this is me. I'm Becca. I have been a coach for about 4 years, a little bit over 4 years now. And I found Beachbody coaching because we had like just started our life with the Marine Corps. My husband's in the Marine Corps, and we had moved a bunch of times. I had thought that I wanted to like get a master's degree in something when we got to California a few years ago. And long story short, I found out that even though we were going to be there for 3 years, it wasn't long enough for me to like do the prereqs for a program, finish it out, and be able to finish a degree. And so I was feeling kind of stuck because I knew I wanted to positively impact people's lives. I wanted it to be within the health and wellness spectrum. I had been looking at occupational therapy programs. I wanted to be involved with helping people take back control of their health, whether it was after an injury or after a pregnancy or just after a realization that they wanted to be healthier. And so I kind of had a little bit of a breakdown about that. And if you are someone who maybe you move around because your husband has some specific job, or maybe you have moved for your own work and now you're in a different position, or you've had a baby, I think a lot of people can relate to like just it doesn't feel good to feel stuck in that sort of space of like knowing you want to have a positive impact, but like not knowing how you can do it. So to have like the passion be there, but not have an avenue is really frustrating. And so I kind of had like a breakdown about that because I knew I was capable of a lot, but I didn't know how to get there. And I felt like there were these obstacles being placed in front of me. And as it turns out, it has been obstacles that were placed in front of me, I believe, to lead me to this opportunity, because so I found coaching. I was like scouring the internet, trying to figure out like what else was out there for me to be able to positively impact people, be fulfilled myself personally, and be able to move and be able to build community in a new place that I didn't know anybody. And so the Beachbody coaching opportunity really has been You know, we've moved once since I've been a coach. I've been through 2 deployments since I've been a coach. I've had a pregnancy and a, you know, newborn, and all of that stuff. And my business has only continued to grow through all of that chaos. And I don't think there's a lot of other business opportunities and just like work opportunities that really allow you to grow through your chaos. And I feel like that is really what coaching has done for me. So again, if you go onto this Instagram page, there's a little bit more information about kind of like how I got here, my college background, all this kind of stuff. But basically, I found Beachbody and I thought, this sounds incredible. I watched a million YouTube videos with a bunch of different coaches, and I decided that if I was going to do it, I wanted to join the best team, period. I wanted to have the resources that would be there to support me no matter what kind of chaos came at us. And so I reached out to who is now my personally sponsored coach, my sponsor in the business. Her name is Melanie Mitro. And I meant to add the tag to her profile so you guys can check her out too. But she has been the number 1 coach in the entire network 4 out of the past 5 years. She has been in the top 10 of our company for 8 years, I think. She has consistently been the best of the best, and it's because she has incredible trainings. So she has systems in place for us so that no matter what speed you want to take this business, no matter what kind of approach you want to take to it, whether you really want to focus on nutrition with people, whether you really want to focus on workouts, whether you want to build this in the 20-minute pockets of your day, whether you have 3 hours a day, like no matter how you want to approach this business, we have the tools as a team to really support you and bring you into the fold of this amazing team. So you can see, this picture on the top of my screen here. I'm pointing at my computer screen like you can see me pointing. This picture up here is from a leadership retreat that I was invited to and that I went to down in Destin, Florida a couple of years ago. And this was some of the best leaders in our team all coming together to mastermind, to learn, to grow. Like we are always innovating and learning and really trying to just not only be our best selves for our clients, but also for the coaches that are going to join our team with us, because we're all stronger when we're all better. Like, and I love this company and I love our team because there are no secrets. We have calls and resources every week to really help lift everyone. And no matter what you may feel like, you're struggling with from a business perspective or personally or anything, like there are always people who are ready and willing and wanting to say like, here's what I did in that situation. Here's how I overcame it. Here's how you can. If this doesn't work, we could try this. Like people are, it's a wonderful community. So what does a coach do? So as part of that, so we are not necessarily experts in anything. Like I am not a nutritionist. I am not a dietitian. I was trained as a personal trainer. I went through some of that training before we ever went to California, because again, I just felt kind of stuck and I knew I wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure. So I did get that certification. And I think from a knowledge perspective, it's been definitely helpful. Like no knowledge is bad knowledge, but it's totally not necessary to have that. You don't need to be an expert in any sort of like nutrition or dietetics or anything like that to be a great coach, because we have these systems in place. So as a coach, what we do is we look at the clients who are coming to us, the clients that we find, and we say, okay, what are your goals? And we take each person and their goals and their preferences and where they're coming from, where their history is, and we talk through what they really need and what they're going to enjoy, because living a healthy lifestyle, as you know, it's not a quick fix. It's not there's no snap of the finger solution. So we really our job is to help facilitate people learning how to love being healthy and how to balance that. And so we have a whole library of workouts that can be done at home, workouts that you can take outside, workouts that you can take to a gym. You can download workouts onto your phone so that you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi when you go. Like so many tools, all periodized programs by professionals who have done the research. Like there are no questions about whether or not the programs will be effective for people if they follow the system. And so from a coach perspective, we need to help people find the right tool that they can enjoy. And then from there, we support them. So we connect them with the nutrition tools that are going to be most helpful for them in the season of life that they're in. So we have tools for if people really want to like have a strict meal plan. If they want to plan out every single thing they're going to put in their mouth for the whole week, we know how to do that. We can help facilitate that. If they want to be more like, I'd like to just go to the grocery store and like buy some food and like kind of wing it, like we have tools for that too. And they're both super effective when you follow the system and when you help people learn the right way how to do that. And so we're not here to tell anybody what the best way is. We're here to help people figure out what their best way is, because the way that I'm going to be my healthiest is not necessarily the same way that you're going to be your healthiest. And that's okay. We're not all the same. Like we're different. And that's why we have so many options. And so as a coach, it's our job to be familiar with the products, very aware of the different programs and stuff. And again, this is all stuff that I will help you learn. You're not going to be thrown to the wolves. But once you take a look through the library, it's super, super user-friendly, super easy to get a handle on. And like we're here to make being healthy fun for people, because that's really the goal. Nobody should feel like they're suffering. Nobody should feel like they're dieting. Like nobody should feel like they're missing out. Like I am not about like cheat meals or anything like that. Like we eat the food that we want to eat. It's going to help us feel good. Sometimes we indulge in things that maybe aren't on the plan, but like your soul needs love too. So like I will never tell anybody not to eat the cake or not to drink the wine or any of that stuff. I really believe we can do it all in moderation, and you can be healthy doing all of these things in moderation. Like we don't need to be on an extreme of anything. So our jobs as coaches is to help people get to that, to enjoy their life and also be healthy. And so we support people in that individually and then also in the groups that we have. So there are many different ways that people run groups. And again, that is sort of like a detail for down the road. But we have a private app that we can use. You can use Facebook groups. You can use email accountability. Like there's all kinds of ways for however you think you would best serve people as their coach. And I've done all of those different things at different times in the business. You're never locked into any particular approach just because you start one way. Like you can always kind of mix it up, So we are here to be an example of healthy, balanced lifestyle, and to help people lean into that really. And so, if you're watching this, it's because you already love to live that way. And so, it's just a matter of sharing that in a more concrete way with people that you're probably already sharing it with anyways, right? And then back to the groups. So like, as far as like hosting groups and stuff, I always let my coaches host groups with me to get started. And then as you would want to host your own groups, we have scripts, we have lots of resources for supporting you, sharing information, and like disseminating all of that with your own clients. So again, like you're not reinventing the wheel with any of this stuff. We have tons of resources so that as you find your voice as a coach, as you figure out kind of how you want to run your groups, we have the tools to help you fill in and lead while you figure it out. So as far as my own personal transformation goes, I've always liked fitness. I played sports in high school, but we got married. I gained 15 pounds after we got married because I got real comfy apparently. And then I thought that just like slugging it out in the gym all the time, I would work out for, an hour and a half every day. And I was frustrated because I never felt like I was getting results. So at the same time that I discovered the coach opportunity, I was reminded of P90X, which I had done in college. And so we were looking down the barrel of our first deployment when I discovered coaching. And so I decided to just dive in, 2 feet in. I started with P90X3, which is a 30-minute version of the original P90X, and Shakeology. And I thought, you know what? I'll give this a try. I'll see if it works. And then if it works, maybe I'll do this coaching thing. You know, if I can believe in the products, if they work for me, then we'll see what happens. And this picture on the screen was my 60-day transformation. It was the first time I ever realized that I could actually have visible abdominal muscles of any kind. I felt more confident after I had spent 2 months with Tony Horton, making bad jokes at me in my garage than I had ever felt in my life. The other thing that Beachbody really encourages and our team really encourages is personal development. So reading books that are really going to like fuel you to be your best outside of health and fitness, like, you know, just to be your best, the best friend you can be to other people, the best leader you can be in your family, just the best version of you. And so I had never read anything like that before. I had never read any personal development books. And so that combined with this success in the gym, like I was on fire. And so it really opened my eyes to what coaching could do for me, not just physically, but emotionally, and really like help me get through any struggle that comes up. So I'll just click through here. I've done so many of the programs. There's, you know, hundreds of workouts, thousands of workouts probably in the library of workouts, dozens of fully periodized programs. So I've done many of them. And then I got pregnant. I did some of the workouts through pregnancy. And I have used them exclusively in this almost year and a half, since I've had my daughter. Because I don't have time to do anything else. I don't have more time than 20 or 30 minutes. So I have done exclusively our programs in my basement. I'm starting to run again now, but you know, the results that I've had, you know, I'm more fit now than I probably was before I ever started Beachbody. You know, like I like this photo of me at the end compared to the first photo of me, like I personally, like, you could not have paid me to think that after having a baby, I would look better than I did, you know, when I was right out of college. So anyway, it's just, it's been an interesting journey. It's been a fun journey physically to see how I can continue to test my own limits. And that's what I really love helping other people do. Like, you just don't know what you can do until you try, you know, like whether it's fitness or in the business, like you don't know until you try. So anywho, so what are we selling, right? So we're really selling confidence. Like I want people, when people come to me, when clients come to me, I'm not concerned with, what product they're going to buy. I'm concerned with what they're telling me they need in their life. And usually it's that they need to feel better. They're sluggish. They're feeling heavy. They're feeling bloated. They're not feeling confident. And so we use these tools to support those end goals. And if you've been in a group with me, you know that like when we talk about goals at the beginning, like we don't talk about your weight loss goal. We don't talk about your measurement goal. We talk about like, how do you want to feel? Because it's a big picture thing. Health is a big picture thing. And so, yes, we have these amazing tools. But at the end of the day, it's the tools to get us to the real results, because I don't ever want any of this to be just about weight loss, because you can find the skinniest people in the world and that doesn't mean that they're happy. And we're here to build happiness and confidence. So, and you do that by taking care of yourself. So the tools that we have to help people take care of themselves are the Beachbody On Demand library, which is like all those programs. We have Shakeology, which is a superfood, dense nutrition shake, whole foods, nothing artificial, has an expiration date. When you make it, you got to drink it because it gets funky if you let it sit, because it is real food that is sitting there that you have blended together. So it's delicious. There are so many great recipes. There's so many flavors. We have, like I said, like there's this picture of these containers. There's a container system that tells you exactly what to eat, how to eat it, what time to eat it if you want to get that detailed with it. And then we also have some other nutrition programs that are a little bit more open-ended. But so we have the tools. We have the tools, and then we are the support through that. So, and everything has a money back guarantee. So like, quite honestly, and I think this is in here at some point, but you know, I was nervous about the investment. Like we didn't have a lot of extra money. I wasn't working, obviously. We had just moved across the country. And so, I think my challenge pack was $180 maybe when I got it. And that felt like a lot. And really the only reason that I pulled the trigger was because there's a 100% money back guarantee. So I figured I would do the program that I bought. I would drink the Shakeology and I would commit to it, and I would really do it for a month, and I would see how I felt. And if I didn't feel better, then I would return it and I would get my money back. And needless to say, I'm doing this call 4 years later. So, you can see how that turned out. But so, if that's something that like is a sticking point for you, like don't be afraid of the money back guarantee. Like I've had people use it for different reasons throughout the past few years. And, you can exchange flavors. If you end up thinking like, oh, that chocolate is not what I wanted, like they will trade you vanilla. So you can, or whatever it is that you would want instead. So, they mean it. Like this is a really good company that is built on a foundation of wanting to see people be successful and be healthy and live healthy and fulfilling lives. Like that is their tagline. So that is what we are, quote unquote, selling. And so reasons why I thought I couldn't, I won't spend too much time on here because this is something that we could talk about, one-on-one, what your personal reservations might be about things. But, there's a lot of reasons we think we can't be an example for other people. And for me, like you saw my before picture, when I started coaching, I wasn't exactly looking like a, fitness model. And so I wasn't sure that anyone would really want to join me, that I really had any credibility. Like I had never, again, like I hadn't worked really in the field. I wasn't a professional. I wasn't a nutrition major. So I didn't think people would have, a reason to really listen to me. And it's just not true. Like when you're coming at people with like true, genuine concern and excitement to support them, that's what people need. Again, Beachbody gives us the tools and we provide the support. So it doesn't matter where you're starting from. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past. Like if you want to step forward and step into a leadership role, excuse me, for your friends, for your family, for your community, like all it takes is one decision to say, yes, that's what I want to do. And now I'm going to show up every day to do that and be that person. And it doesn't mean you're perfect, like we're all just living. But people want to see an encouraging friend with them on the journey. Like, nobody's relatable when they're perfect. So, we're here to link arms with people and be on the journey with them, because there's no final destination to fitness, right? Like we're all in it together. We're all constantly having new things come up, new, struggles and obstacles and everything. And so your experience is valuable and you have a lot to offer as you are right now. And so it doesn't matter, what you think is holding you back. It's just in your head, and like it all is overcomable. I don't know if that's a word. I might have even wrote that in here because I said that word in my brain. And then I was like, I don't know if that's a real word or not. Yep, there it is. Teachable and overcomable. So, anything that you're worried about, I've been worried about it. Probably our other teammates have been worried about it. And, we can overcome anything that you think, if you feel like not enough to do it, like you are, and you are already at someone else's goals. Like if you think of it that way, like there are so many people who would kill to be where you are, even though you may want to be further in X, Y, or Z area. There's always other people who are inspired by you where you already are. So let's see what the next one is. So earning, how do we earn? I did put some highlights, and I actually just added mine, which was sort of nerve-wracking because I don't usually like put actual numbers out in the world, because I feel like it makes people uncomfortable, which is silly because it's just money. And again, this is something that like we all work through in different ways, but part of the beauty of this business is that you can earn an income, and you can earn a significant income. And And so I put in the highlights of this Instagram page some of our teammates and their income progressions. And I just, as I was hopping on here, I just put my income progression up there. So you can see what it can look like. And it takes time. This is not necessarily a get rich quick thing, though there are people who, if you put your head down, like, it's up to you. It is every individual's choice how hard you work, your dedication, and your income will reflect the number of people and the positive impact that you are having. So it's totally a personal, you put the pedal to the metal and like, let's go. So there's a couple different ways to earn. There's a commission. You earn a 25% commission on everything that you would sell, like all of the products that you would connect people with before they join your groups. 25% commission, super simple. Challenge packs, which are the bundles of products. So those are discounted. So it's like when people get Shakeology and the workout program together, that's called a challenge pack. It's a larger commission for you and a larger savings value for them. So it's actually like literally everyone wins. So that is sort of part of the commission. And then there's also team cycle bonuses, which is an entirely like different call. I'm not going to get into all the nitty gritty of that, but basically all of the volume that comes in as you grow your team, that all contributes to volume on your team. And then Beachbody rewards certain volume as it accrues. So it's not, you don't get any kind of, like cut from your team, but Beachbody sets aside their earnings to reward you growing a team, if that makes sense. And there's some videos I can share about like the nitty gritty of how that really works and how it cycles and stuff. But that's where the residual income. So when you see, if you go and you look at the highlight of the income progressions, you'll notice that there comes a point where it kind of flips, where you can see people are mostly based on commission, and then it switches and you can see where their team cycle has started to kick in, where they've started to grow, where they've been consistent, where they've built a foundation, where people are trusting them, where people are joining them. And that's where really, if you want to build a significant income, that's when that door gets opened, is when you're growing and building in that way. And then there are some other bonuses just based on like rank advancement and things like that. Again, that we can, I can share some more concrete like resources from like my coach and from Beachbody about how you do that. But again, Beachbody as a company sets aside a portion of their quarterly earnings and then divides it amongst the different levels of teams, basically. And those range from like a few $100s to the highest ones are, $25,000 a quarter sometimes. So the income potential is very significant when you take the time to learn about it and when you take the time to build it, and it's not something that you're going to do in 2 or 3 months. You're not going to be like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, well, I mean, you could. I shouldn't say you couldn't, because you could, but it takes time, like anything else. Like if you're going to build something good, if you're going to build something real, we're in it, right? Like I'm sitting here at 4 years of coaching and I'm making a significant income for our family now. But at year one, it wasn't as significant, so it's all up to you, and it's all up to your level of dedication and commitment to your people and to yourself, and to just trust that as you continue to grow, that's how this stuff really kicks in. So again, I'll share some more concrete resources with you guys. I'll send some links with this if you're interested in that. And then along with compensation, there are like rewards trips and prizes. Like I have like a backpack that they sent me because I hit some business goals. They send water bottles and hats when you earn certain things. So again, as you have a positive impact on people's lives, you earn these things. So, like the leadership retreat, which is that bottom picture, our summit, every summer there's a big conference. This year it's in Indianapolis in July. I'm very excited. We're taking a couple girls from our team. And then they have these Success Club trips. So as you help people get started, you earn points that are called Success Club points. And as those points accrue, you can earn free trips. So vacations, like this year, the trip was a cruise through like the Bahamas and the Dominican Republic and stuff like that. We didn't go because my husband had back surgery. So yeah, well, we're not going to the Dominican Republic anymore, right? They were on the boat the whole time. But anyway, they pick a different location and kind of a different style every year. And so you can earn a free trip for your whole family, based on like you helping people get healthy, right? I mean, like it's literally everyone winning. Like sometimes it feels like it's too good to be true because you're like, I'm sorry, you're going to give me these free things because I enjoy supporting my friends being healthy and I already would be doing that. Like, okay, great. So anyway, so tons of great opportunities, like the top 10 trip was, so the top 10 coaches in the organization, they take on like a mega vacation. This year it was to Greece and it was like amazing. Melanie went and we were all very jealous of all of her pictures the whole week. So then, and I won't go through all of these, but some of the business success stories. So some of these girls on our team, I highlighted just kind of where they started. And again, you can go to this Instagram page and look through here, but there's a lot of people who have left their full-time jobs to be able to stay home with their kids and earn a significant income and support their families. And some of them have, that's my cute husband and my sweet baby right there. But there's every kind of person on our team, really. Like there's stay-at-home moms. There's like literally a nuclear physicist was on a leadership retreat with us. We have lawyers, we have nurses, like any kind of person can be a coach. And it doesn't have to take up, like you don't have to want to leave your full-time job either. Like that's the beautiful thing is you can spend, an hour a day building your business and still go do whatever else you want to do. And depending on the season of life that you're in, like, I work many more minutes a day now than I did when Grace was 6 weeks old. But my income has continued to rise because through the consistency, you build trust, you build a following, you build a foundation for a business, and then it gives you the freedom to be able to say, hey, I need to back off a little bit for this season. So I'm going to maintain my customers and maybe I'm not going to grow, X, Y, or Z or focus on these blog posts or whatever, like you focus on serving. And when you're serving your people well, then when you come back into a season where you're like, okay, let's go, like, let's roll, I can do this. And you have more time, then you're ready to rock. And, so yeah, like your income can fluctuate through those times, but like, I think that's exciting. I think that's really great that I'm not bound to somebody else telling me what my hours are going to be and nobody else telling me how much I can earn. I was looking through as I was making this Instagram a couple days ago, I was looking through my income and I make more now in like a third of the time. I make more than I did at my last real job, like annually. So like my annual income is more now for way less time and I like it a whole lot more. So anyway, it's just something to think about. Like you are really in control of everything about this business, which is exciting. So what does it cost to start? Bare minimum is $40 to open a business center. $40 and then $16 a month if you are military, if you are a reservist, if you're a spouse of any of those people, your business service fees are waived. But $16 to have all of the customer service stuff taken care of, all of the like accounting stuff taken care of, any returns, anything like that, your whole, website that connects you to your commissions and everything. It's $16 a month to have all of that taken care of for you. And then So that would be the bare minimum. I would recommend starting with a challenge pack because it's the best value. It gets you actually in the door as a consumer of what you are sharing. So, we are products of the products. It is our job to show that this lifestyle works. And we can't do that if we're not using the products, right? I mean, and it's not like you have to use the products, but like you're going to want to use the products because you will feel great. Like we order, I mean, my husband uses all the products. Like I look at our, monthly orders and I'm like, honey, how many protein bars did you need this month? So anyway, so the challenge pack.
I'm going to share some of my teammates' income progressions with you guys, just to show you what's possible for regular people. Okay, this is not, it's not a get rich quick thing, but it is a put in the effort, put in the hard work, really care about people.
Okay, Rachel, can you hear me? Okay, I don't know what just happened. Somebody called me and it went all kinds of wonky. I'm gonna turn my phone off. It was repeating back some of the recording to me already. I don't know if you could hear that also. Okay. Hopefully this is regular. Okay, it says it's still recording. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. Okay. I completely lost my train of thought. That was so disorienting. Challenge packs. Okay, so the best way to start is with the challenge pack because it's a bundle deal. It saves you the most money and gets you the most product. So, and all of them for the month of June actually are on sale, $20 off, which is great. So typically the challenge pack that's the whole workout library and a full bag of Shakeology is $160, and this month it's only $140. And that business starter fee is waived when you get a challenge pack.
Wait, puppy.
So that is that's nice because free money, always good. So that would be the initial investment is $140 right now until the end of June. And there's other packages. So if you wanted to try more products, obviously they go up from there, but the base challenge pack right now is $140. So then what do we do? What would you expect from me as your business partner in this? You can expect a partner, someone who I will be there to support you. I have, as soon as you join, we have a FitBiz bootcamp on Facebook that is a self-paced group where you've got all the resources and it'll walk you through how to get started with your business. And I will be there, to guide you as well. And then that's also where I share weekly and daily updates with the team and stuff like that. But so you will have the resources, all of the best resources to get you started and to make sure that what you're inviting people to and what kind of groups we're running together, and then how you want to run by yourself eventually, all of the resources for how to do that and how to do it confidently and be excited about it. And then once you complete that first month of the FitBiz Bootcamp, as I call it, you'll also have access to all of our other team resources. So all the resources that Melanie shares and that our other teammates share and all the other leaders in our team, you will be welcomed into the fold of our larger organization as well. So, we really are the best in the company. We've been the best for 4 out of the 5 last years. And so we have great resources, and Melanie is always innovating. We're always ahead of what's changing in social media and all that kind of stuff. So, and just educationally as well, people are always sharing new things about how to really help our clients get the best results, and again, new personal development and just it's all about the whole person. And so when you join us, know that you will be taken care of as a whole person. It won't just be about your business success, because your business success comes from how your personal life is going and how your health is going and how you feel and your energy and like everything else. So, you know, sometimes I message my coach because I'm like, man, I'm in a slump, girl. Can you help me? And she's like, yes, let's read this book and let's try out this new nutrition thing. You know, like it's always people who are helping you brainstorm about how to be your best overall. So that's what I'm here to help you do. Yeah, and we have a great training library, a great community, like wonderful, wonderful, wonderful team. So things to ask yourself, you know, do you love being healthy? Like, do you love learning? Do you love taking care of yourself? Do you love the idea of doing those things? Maybe if you're not already like 2 feet in, like, do you know you want to? Do you know that your health is important to you? Do you know that your health is important to your family? Do you know that your family's health is important to you? Like, does your husband's health matter to you? Like, I think yes. No. Forget him. Oh man. So yeah, so like, you know, like just think about like, why do you want to become a coach? And like, do you want something more? Do you want to be able to have more freedom? Do you want to be able to get a free vacation? Do you want to be able to, you know, not be worried about putting your kids in summer camps and sports? And, you know, do you want to be able to go to somewhere besides TJ Maxx maybe to buy your clothes? Even though, you know, I love TJ Maxx, like sometimes, you know, good to order proteins off the internet.
Yeah.
So, you know, are you excited about health? Do you want to grow, you know? And you don't have to even know where you want to grow, but are you open to growth? Because that's like the most exciting thing about being a human. Except for my stinking dog right here banging on the door. And then are you willing to put in the time and the energy for yourself and in the business? You know, do you have a willingness to put in the work to be successful? Are you coachable? Are you willing to learn? And if you are, and if you think you can get on board with, you know, supporting your people and being their best, that's what we're about on our team. That's what I'm about. That's what I would love to help you be about. But it's up to you. Like you know, I can't tell you that this is going to be the right thing for you. You got to ask yourself, like, does this sound fun? And there's also no, like, you're not roped into anything. Again, like you know, there's the money back guarantee. You can try it out. You can do all those things. So while, you know, I hope you're excited, I also want you to know that like, you're never trapped into anything. Like there's no, you know, I don't know. There's no rope. We're not roping you into anything. So
you just want to be my friend so I can buy that stuff. No,
I do want to be your friend. Our colorful glasses, girl. So okay, so that's kind of just like I went a little longer than I meant to. I'm sorry, but I wanted to kind of go through the Instagram. So there's obviously like more written in there that's different than what I was saying, but yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, is she home?
Oh no, I was talking to the mailman.
Oh. Yeah. So do you have any questions about anything, Rachel? I know, you know, you're the only one on here, but I'm happy to.
I mean, it sounds good. You know, you know, it's something that, you know, it's beneficial for the body, and it sounds fun, and you get to have friends besides baby talk all the time, or, you know, talking to kids all the time.
Yeah, seriously.
But I mean, right now for me, it's not something that I can do because, you know, like right. You said earlier, like $160, like that for me right now is like a lot of money.
Yeah. So yeah, and I totally understand that. So, you know, and I know that's a concern for a lot of people. So one thing to keep in mind is like, if you found, so let's see, it would take 3 people, if you found 3 people who wanted to get started with you, we could like very quickly like sign you up and sign them up, and you could get, it would take 3 people to have your cost fully covered for your products. So just as like a, you know, like as you're noodling
as an option.
Yeah, like as it's sitting in the back of your mind, like my goal is always to help people cover their cost in the first month. Like I don't want this to feel, it shouldn't feel like a financial stress to anybody. Like it should feel like the opposite. And so my goal is always to make sure that like, if you do sign up, like that we get you started. Like I always have a group going. There's always something that we can be bringing people into so that nobody's left feeling like they don't know what to do or they don't know how to find people. Like I will have you covered with the tools and the resources to do that. So
yeah,
you know, as you think, like just if you know, when you're living your life, if you're like, oh well, you know, Aunt Susie is talking about wanting to lose 15 pounds, and my friend Carla is talking about how she can't X, Y, or Z. Who's maybe one more person, and we could do this together, and then we could, you know, we could get them all signed up through you, and then have you totally covered. Just so you know, yeah, it's like for a challenge pack, it's about $50 usually. As they go up, they get bigger. So if you want to get more than one,
yeah, yeah. Oh, that's nice, puppy. It was indoors. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, probably like, you know, when I find a job, I'll be able to do that as something that would take care of me on my own like personal journey, because I'm trying to do it as good as I can right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna hit stop on the recording.